everybody. Welcome back to another weekly travel talk. As you already know, I'm so excited to be here today because I'm excited for every presentation because I want to go on every tour. And I say it every time, but we have a really, really fun presentation prepared for you guys today. It is going to be about our Classic Vietnam and Cambodia tour happening in 2025. Now, this tour is running from February 4th to the 18th. It is one of our classic tours, which means we've included a couple more bells and whistles for you guys. We do have the Women's Travel Club tour host attending on this trip, so that's really awesome. All breakfasts are included, which I know is a big grabber for some of you, with 7 lunches and 1 beautiful dinner. And this is going to be one of our sightseeing tours. You're going to see a lot of amazing things, and we thought what better way to give you a sneak peek than to bring on 2 of our collaborators on this tour, 2 of our travel experts that we've made contact with. So we have Jennifer and we have Zet. And I will apologize, Zet was not written in the introduction video, but she's here and we're so excited. So I am going to bring them onto the screen now, let them say hello to you, do a little introduction, and then we're going to get into the presentation. So let me just pull them up here. Here's Jennifer and Set. Hello, guys. How are you? Thank you again for joining. And if you'd like to introduce yourselves, that'd be great.
Yeah, hi everybody. Lovely to meet you all. Delighted to be talking about all things Vietnam and Cambodia today. I'm Jennifer. I'm the group's manager here at GoAway, and I'm joined by the lovely Zet, who put this wonderful itinerary together with the Women's Travel Club. So I know we're both very excited to talk about it, Zet, aren't we?
Yes, very, very excited.
Yeah. I have to apologize in advance, everybody. Okay, I'm Irish. I'm going to, my pronunciation of some of these destinations in Vietnam and Cambodia is absolutely brutal. So I will apologize in advance, and Zet will probably correct me, but that's okay. So there you go.
Totally.
You're good. I'm sure our members are well used to me mispronouncing things on these travel talks, so they're well used to it. So they'll be okay. As we do have Zet here to help, so I don't always have the help. So it's good to have you both here. I'm really happy that you're both decided to join me today. So yeah, if you want, I can put the presentation up on the screen, and if you guys are ready, and we can go from there.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Great. So I'll take control of this if
go.
you want. Perfect. So as Ali mentioned already, this is the Classic Vietnam and Cambodia trip, which is happening in February of next year. Hard to believe it'll be 2025 next year already. And we've already done our little intros to myself and Zet. So today what we're going to do is we're actually just going to talk through the actual itinerary that has been designed. Zet and Marianne put this itinerary together, and I have to say it really is phenomenal. The accommodations are brilliant, and I hope you all enjoy it and it gets you excited about taking this trip to Vietnam and Cambodia. Now, I think, Zet, you're just going to talk about some of the entry requirements and the money.
Yes. So basically, please forgive us because it's just the Vietnam flag that's shown here, but Vietnam and Cambodia are 2 different countries. So basically, in this tour, you'll be visiting a couple of cities in 2 different countries, Vietnam and Cambodia. So as most of you know, both Americans and Canadian citizens require visas for entry to Vietnam and Cambodia. But the good news is you have 2 options to obtain this visa. So the first option is you can do a visa on arrival, or what we so call VOA. So a visa on arrival, I believe it's around $45 to arrange the visa on arrival. And you can just also pay $25 cash fee. There's another fee of $25 cash fee on arrival. So from the words itself, visa on arrival, you'll get this visa upon your entry to Vietnam and Cambodia. And then the money, of course, since they're 2 different countries, the money is different. So in Vietnam, their money is called Vietnamese dong. And then in Cambodia, they call their money as Cambodian riel. Okay. So you might want to already, before you leave, you might already want to have your currencies reserved with your respective banks. Or you can bring in your Canadian dollars or US dollars and have them exchanged to the local money changers or money exchange in towns. Because sometimes the airport and the hotels might not be that good in terms of currency exchanges. So you might want to consider going to town. We can definitely have our drivers and the guide, take you to those money exchange. And then the second option, which is the one that we recommend for your visas, is applying for an e visa. So an e visa can be obtained even before you leave for Vietnam and Cambodia. So you can definitely apply this on your own. We can give you the link on where you can apply for this. But for if you want convenience, if you want to just give us the requirements, and we can definitely do this on your behalf. So we have our local suppliers who have been very helpful in terms of working on this e-visas. So the e-visa service can range between 70 to $90 per person. And again, we can definitely give you the requirements when as we approach the travel dates. Yep. I
So
think
we
that's
make
basically it.
Yeah, we make the process easier, and obviously, no matter where you're traveling to as well, we always recommend don't take a huge amount of cash. You don't need it, and credit cards you get the best exchange rate as well, and it's probably the safest form of travel too. Just another tip that you probably all know this already, just with regards to your passport as well, we always recommend take a copy of your passport. Okay, take a picture of it and leave a picture with friends and family at home as well, just on the touch wood, you don't lose your passport or something like that. It's always good to have a copy of that. Just a little bit about GoAway too. We do have 24/7 customer care too. So if anything untoward happened when you're in Vietnam or Cambodia, we do have that 24/7 customer care to help out as well. So I think that's really important, especially when you're traveling. But you know what? We thought it was good to put up a map. Where is Thailand and Cambodia? Where are you going to? So you can see it's a queer old long distance. So, but it'll be worth the journey when you get there, and you'll see from the map here, like Thailand and you're not going to Thailand, you're going to Cambodia and Vietnam, but you're neighboring there with Thailand as well. So, it's a long distance. The weather in February is absolutely fantastic,
Yes.
average in the high 20s, and rain. Listen, Mother Nature. Zach got back from Dubai a couple of days ago when they had the most rain they ever had in 100 years. Mother
Yep.
Nature, we can never know what way she's going to go, but the time of year you're going, the weather should be fantastic, which is great. Now, your trip is going to start off when you arrive into Vietnam. You're going to arrive into the fantastic city of Hanoi, and you're going to be spending. Here's just a picture of the city here, and you're going to be spending 2 nights in Hanoi, and you're staying at the Le Jardin Haute Couture Hotel. The name itself sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Great job, Zach. Mariana said, I'm a bit of a hotel princess when it comes to staying in hotels. And when I was looking up these hotels just to grab some pictures, they look fantastic. And I always say, take the reviews with a pinch of salt. The reviews are fantastic as well. So you're going to be spending, I have some pictures here. Look, doesn't it just look fancy already from the outside? You're going to be spending 2 nights in this gorgeous hotel. Again, this is giving you an example of what a room may look like. It may not be exactly like this, but it gives you a general gist of the style of hotel. And also, you've got a rooftop pool as well, so you can enjoy that during the day or in the evening time. When you arrive in that night, I believe you've got a welcome dinner included as well. And I said you're going to have 2 nights here in Hanoi. So that's important. I think that welcome dinner sets your tone for your trip. And the following day, day one, when you're sort of climatized to the time zone, you're going to have a fun filled packed day. One of the first, so you do, it'll be your, as Ali already mentioned, all breakfasts are included, and you're not going to starve on this trip. The food is fantastic, and they really cater for all taste buds as well. The food, look, Vietnam is famous for its fantastic food. So you are going to have a full day tour on this around this fantastic city. One of the first places you're going to go to now, again, Zet, I apologize now, is the How Lo prison. Did I say it?
Hualo.
There you go. Pretty close. Pretty close, I
Yeah.
think. Yes. It's also known
Close
as the
enough.
Hanoi
Close
Hilton.
enough.
Yes, so I think this is a very infamous place that people it's gone down in the history books and stuff. So you will get to visit this prison. You're also going to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum.
Yep.
You're going to see an awful lot about, I suppose, the war that happened in Vietnam and learn all about that history. So it'll be a full on morning of going back in time and learning all about what happened during that war period. You do have lunch included that day as well, which is great. And then you get to go on a cycling tour too, a cyclo tour, and that's going to bring
Yep.
you around to the old quarter of the city. But my favorite part of this day, my absolute favorite part is there's a picture, some more pictures for you, is the foodie tour. So like me, I like my grub, and I think everybody, Vietnam is famous for its food. So you're going to take a foodie tour and enjoy all of the local delicacies that Vietnam is so famous for. Here's just some of the pictures. I think this is it's like an egg custard of some sort. I wrote it down,
That's
but I
egg
can't.
coffee. I think
Egg
that's egg
coffee.
coffee. Yeah.
Egg coffee.
Wow.
Listen.
That's interesting.
That's one of their that's one of their finest I don't know, must do or must eat, must drink in
Yeah.
Hanoi. Yeah.
Is it hot?
It's it no, it's not. Not really.
Okay. Sounds like a custard to me.
Mm.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like a custard, but I
Mm.
like the
Tastes
sound.
somehow like that.
Okay.
Tastes somehow like that. Yeah.
Well, everyone raves about it. I think, yeah, it sounds good to me. With a big dollop of cream would make it better, in my
Uh-huh.
opinion. But
Yeah.
you'll have to have
Always.
the egg coffee. So the foodie tour would be brilliant. And I think, do you know what? Now Zet, Bun Chow Huang, I can't say it, but we know what
Buncha
this.
Huangyan.
There we go. So I think
Mm.
if any of you were as a fan of the late Anthony Bourdain, um, Barack Obama, the obviously former president, went and had ate in one of the restaurants here in Hanoi, and it became very, very famous. And they talk about the local delicacies and that. So I think that foodie tour will be a fantastic first day when you're in Hanoi. So that's a fun-filled day. And then the second day,
Mhm.
so that is you're going to head off to Halong Bay. So distance-wise, that how
Mm.
long are we talking from Hanoi?
It's about 2 to 3 hour, 2.2.5 hour drive from Hanoi to Halong.
Okay, worth the drive. This is
Yes.
a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I think everybody's familiar probably
Mhm.
with this image here. So you're really going to have this is sort of a once in a lifetime type of trip that you'll do. And if you're Instagram people or these are Instagrammable moments, they really, really
Exactly.
are. The pictures are fantastic. So you're going to spend the day and you're going to board the Baya Classic Cruise is the name of the ship, and you're actually going to be spending the night on the ship as well. But the great thing about this, so here's the pictures aren't the best here, but it sort of gives you a general idea. And it's very typically Vietnamese in style as well, which I think you want when you're in Vietnam. So gives you an idea. They all have their own private bathrooms. That's obviously a given. But the great thing about this cruise is you're actually going to enjoy a cooking class on board. I think it is
Mhm.
on board that, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes. It's
is.
a
Yeah.
So
Vietnamese cooking demonstration where they can also it's after sunset, and they'll have to do the cooking class before the dinner.
yeah, so that'll be absolutely great. Well, that's good because you're going to have your appetite is just going to be starting to get, you're going to be getting
Mhm.
hungry. You're going to
Mhm.
see them make this delicious Vietnamese food, and then you'll enjoy a great dinner on board. So you're one night on this ship, okay? And I said it'll be absolutely breathtaking. And then the following day, you're heading to the city of Hue
Hui.
Way. See, Way.
Right.
So
I'm
and you're
learning
flying.
too.
Listen. Every day you should learn something different. So thank you, Zet.
Yep.
I'd say you're teaching a lot of
Yeah.
people here.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
actually going to have lunch before you leave, and then you're going to head back to Hanoi, and then you're heading to Hue, where you're going to spend 2 nights. And again, let me see if I can show you. This is you're going to be spending 2 nights at the Moonlight Hotel. So again, it's a smaller hotel, and what I love about these hotels that Zet and Marianne chose is there's a lot of boutique style hotels. So they're not necessarily the big chains that everybody's familiar with, but they're a really really great standard. So you'll be spending 2 days here in the imperial city of Hue, which is very very famous for all the historical sites. Here's some of the pictures here. This is a forbidden city here, Zet, isn't it?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. So very this was the home of the imperial family. Everybody wants to go here when they're in Hue. It's one of those must-sees. Yeah, the hidden purple city here. And I don't even know how old
It's
it is,
so
but it's very,
cool.
very old. Very, very cool. Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
that's fun.
your 2 nights in Hue at the as said at the Moonlight Hotel. Actually, before you leave Hue, you're actually, which I think is a really really cool thing, you're going to a Buddhist nunnery. So you're going to experience what life is being Buddhist, and you get to experience, I think they're going to make they're
A
going to actually do a vegetarian lunch, isn't
vegetarian
that right?
lunch. Yep.
Yeah. So all those fresh ingredients, you'll get to experience that. And then the following day, that's when you're going to head off to Hoi An. Distance to Hoi An from Hue, MZ?
That's about 30 kilometers. So it's a short drive.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So you don't have a big long drive there, but it is going to be your home for 3 nights.
Yep.
So there's obviously a lot to do and see when you're in Hoi An, and wait until you see this hotel. You're at Le Pavilion. Here's some pictures of Hoi An. Look how colourful it is, and all the boats. There's great markets here as well. So if anyone is into shopping and picking up local trade stuff, it's there. It's brilliant. This is Le Pavilion Hotel. So I absolutely love the style of this hotel. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And you're going to be
Yeah.
here for three
Like a
nights.
castle.
It is. But you know what? I love the fact that it's unique. As I said, it doesn't look like your
Yeah.
typical Westin hotel. Don't get me wrong, I love a
Mhm.
Westin, but it's so nice that each property is unique. So you're going to be three
Mhm.
nights at Le Pavilion Hotel. The following day, then oh, look at the hotel there. Look at the pool. And again, the
Oh,
weather. Remember, the weather's going to be really, really nice here as well. And what I love about this itinerary, although it's fun, filled, packed, there is some downtime as well. So if you want to enjoy a few hours by the pool, or if you want to go to the markets, you can absolutely do that here as well. So and the following day, you are actually going to go to the local markets, which is great. Um, Here's your room. Give you an example of what the room looks like. Bit like my house.
so cool.
And you will go to the different markets as well. It is a really, really colorful city. Do you want to add anything in about Hoi An, Zet? Anything to?
Oh wow. Yeah, Hoi An is a very beautiful city in Saigon. If you want to have your dresses and suits tailored, this is where you can do that. So you can definitely I think it only takes about a half a day for them to tailor any dresses that you might want. So you might want to already do some research, bring them some samples because they can definitely do that, replicate those kinds of dresses that you want. That is where you can definitely do that in Hoi An for
At a
a
fraction of
very
the price.
affordable price. Yes.
We have a lot of people that will do that, that they
Hmm.
actually want to go, especially men who want tailored suits, or just, that's a great tip Set. Take a picture of what you want.
Yep.
And the great thing about it is while you're in Hoi An, you have a full day at leisure as well. And
Yep.
that's what I love, because if you did decide, okay, well, we want a new wardrobe or we want something really special, you're going to
Hmm.
pay a fraction of the price of what you pay in Canada or in the USA.
Exactly.
So why not come back with a new wardrobe? So you do have that full day to
Day.
yourself, and then you're going to head on to Saigon. So Saigon, you're going to be there for how many nights? Set, I think it
Two
is
nights.
2 nights. Yeah. And
Yep.
again, you're staying at here we go, here's the hotel here, Liberty Central Hotel. The great thing about all of these hotels that have been picked, their location. They're fantastic location as well. So really, really good 4-star hotels. You are going to be there for 2 nights in Saigon, which is also known as Ho Chi Minh City.
Yes.
Yes. I think it was Saigon first and then it became Ho Chi Minh. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Can't keep up. Okay, so this is
Got it.
giving you an idea of some of the stuff that's going on in Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon. You'll have breakfast and lunch included on this day, but you are going to the underground city and you will see the Chu Chi tunnels.
It's actually Coochie tunnels. Coochie tunnels. Yeah.
Coochie tunnels, thank you,
Yeah.
Zet. And you'll visit the War Remnants Museum, the palace. There is so much to do, and I think you do go to the Presidential Palace as well. And you're going to the Fine Arts Museum, so it's a full day touring of Saigon, and then you're going to be dropped off at the Ben Tan Market. So apparently,
Yes.
this is a phenomenal market where you can.
This is, yeah,
What
indeed.
type of
I've
things
been
can you
there.
buy? Yeah.
Yeah, I was there, and this is where you can actually buy all kinds of things for a very, very, very cheap price. And they're already cheap, but again, you can still bargain because all kinds of clothes you might want, linens. What else? Some souvenirs you might want to bring back to Canada. Basically, everything is there.
Okay.
So you might want to really, spend some time at the Bantan market.
And that's probably where you might want some cash as well, because the things
Yes, yes.
aren't
You
going to
need
be a
you
lot
need
of.
to bring some cash here because credit cards are not basically accepted in this kinds of local markets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bring your cash if you have any shoppers out there. I know I'd be doing my shopping. Just to note, you are
Mhm.
going to see the famous Notre Dame Cathedral while you're there. It's just an outside visit though, because it's actually closed for renovations. They're doing a massive renovation of the inside, so you won't get to go inside, but you'll get an idea of what it's so impressive from the outside. So you can only imagine what it will look like when it's been fully renovated as well.
Hmm.
So that is your last day. I think we've got some pictures here. Bicycles. They're giving you an idea of what the markets are like. That is your last day in Vietnam. So from Vietnam, then you're leaving Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, and you're heading off to Phnom Penh. I said that right, didn't I, Zet?
Yes,
Phnom Penh.
Nampen.
Good,
Yep.
good. And you're. I did
Yeah.
say it begin, listen, everyone. It begins with P, and I said Phnom earlier on, and Zet did correct me, so it is Phnom Penh. But you've learned that now as well, Ali. Um, but from
Yep, yep.
Saigon to Phnom Penh, it's yeah, you're crossing the border. You are taking a flight, but it's less than an hour flight,
Yes.
which is great. So it's not a big journey at all. But when you arrive in Phnom Penh, then you'll be picked up by your driver guide, and you'll be brought to the Sunway Hotel, and you're there for 2 nights. So this hotel it has more of a resort feel to it, which I think
Mhm.
will be nice after staying in more of the boutique hotels when you're in Vietnam. So you'll be 2 nights
Mhm.
here. Look, gives you a general idea of what it's like. Very palatial inside.
Mm.
My type of
Yeah,
hotel.
very much.
This is Phnom Penh
Ooh,
here. I know.
colorful.
How colorful is
Very
that?
colorful.
I love it. So it
Yeah.
is. It's a busy city. You will have
Mhm.
a day to explore there. You're going to head off in the morning. You're going to visit the Royal Palace. You go to which is known as Silver Pagoda. You'll go to the National Museum. Here you go. Like, look at this.
Mm.
Even the grass looks fake with the color of it. It's so bright, but absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is where you're going to go, and things you've lunch included on this day. Things get, I think, a little bit heavy on this afternoon because you do go to, and I don't want to say this, is it the Tao Sleng Genocide Museum?
Yep.
So, yeah, it's going to be a heavy day, but I think when you're in Cambodia, it's one of those places that you must go to. And
Yeah.
feedback about this area, it's a powerful place to go to. So
Hmm.
you'll spend a bit of time there. You're going to hear about the killing fields and some of the, I suppose, the horrible stuff that went on in the history. So that's where you'll be going for that afternoon. And then you'll obviously spend the
Mhm.
night there in the city. And then the following day, you go from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. Now, that is a flight? How long is a flight?
It's less than 50 minutes. Yeah, 50
50.
minute 50.
Okay.
Yeah, 50.
50. Okay. And that internal flight is included in the package as well. Okay.
Yep.
And there you're going to be 2 nights. Let's see. Here's just giving you some more pictures of Phnom Penh. Here you go. So you're This is giving you an idea of what your room is like. This is staying in the Angkor Thom Resort. It's the Borai Angkor Resort and Spa. So absolutely gorgeous. So again, more of that resort feel as opposed to the boutique style hotel. And you're going to be here for 2 nights. And you go to Angkor Thom. Is that the right pronunciation, Zet?
Yes, correct.
Here you go. One of the most famous pictures that you're going to see in Cambodia. So, one of the most famous religious sites in the world. I believe it's a UNESCO heritage site as well.
It is.
So,
It is.
yeah, you're going to be there, and you're going to have lunch at a local restaurant as well. Let me just go back, and I just want to show you the hotel. I sort of went through that pretty quick, so it gives you an idea of the standard of the accommodation. So you'll see the accommodation standard is top notch throughout. Breakfast and lunch is included on this day. You'll notice there's an awful lot of inclusions on this tour, which I think is fantastic. But the great thing from a dinner perspective is, which I like sometimes, we include a lot of dinners and you then don't get to go off and explore local restaurants or try something different. I think this particular package that you have put together has a really nice balance because it enables you to go off and explore a different restaurant, be it on your own or together, but so much choice. And again, from a dollar perspective, even though the Canadian dollar is a bit like a peso right now, I heard somebody say that it goes a long way in Vietnam and Cambodia. So this is your last day in Siem Reap then. And then I believe, Zet, am I right in saying you're heading home after that?
Yep. Yeah.
So there you go. It's a bit of a fun, packed trip. You're covering a lot of area in a relatively short time without being go, 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 go the whole time as well. But a really, really fantastic tour. I'd like to go on it myself if I could.
Yeah. It's like I said at the beginning, I'm always saying that. I feel like our members are probably sick of me at this point because I'm just so annoying saying like, I want to go on this. And they're all like, yeah, Ali, you're just trying to sell it. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I swear I wouldn't be doing this job if that's what it was about, you know? And
I know.
So I get it. I would love to go on everything, but this tour in particular, I think what I like about it, like about this itinerary, is how many different things you get to see and experience. Because there's, like I said, it's a sightseeing tour, and especially like going into things that might be a little bit heavy, like you said, like the Genocide Museum, and to learn about the war. If you're going to take the time to travel from North America to countries like these, I think it's almost necessary to address those things. Like, I mean, I went to Poland recently, and I went to Poland to go to Poland, but I couldn't not go to Auschwitz and to see the Holocaust Museum. So I went, and of course, it was a very emotionally heavy day for me. But when I left, I was like, that was something that was needed, because it doesn't feel real unless you're actually looking at these places. Because you can think about them all you want, and but when you're there, it really puts it into perspective. And I think it's really amazing that you and Marianne have included those things in this tour, because I believe it to be necessary, and I hope that our members do too. But yeah, it's got a lot of really, other than that, like fun packed things to see and do, like the Cyclo tour and things like that, the cooking and all of that. So very interactive as well, which I like.
I completely agree with you, Ali. There's a fabulous balance. I think to be respectful to the nations, you have to go. It's a must see to see what happened in history and pay our respect to people as well. But I think it's great. You're on holiday and you want to have a great time too. So I think having that balance of doing foodie street tours and the cycle, there's just a great balance with this trip. Genuinely, I would love to go. I'd love to go in this one because you did a great job on putting it together. And it's quite clear that it's a well thought out itinerary as well, which is fantastic.
Definitely. Yeah. So I just have a comment here from Gwendolyn, and she's asked, did you mention, is there one local guide or several? Now, I'll just start by saying that you will, Gwendolyn, always have your Women's Travel Club tour host on they will be traveling with you, staying in the hotels with you. But in terms of an in-country guide, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that guide will change as we move to the different locations.
Yes, that's right, Ali. So there will be different guides on each city, and especially also if you're traveling from Vietnam to Cambodia, there will also be a local guide in Cambodia, and there will be several different guides on each city, basically.
Mhm.
There will be
Yeah.
somebody to pick you
So
up. So whenever you arrive at
Yeah,
the airport, like there's somebody to
yeah,
pick you up from the airport. So you never
exactly.
have to wonder, is there going to be somebody there to help? There's
Mm-hmm,
always going to be somebody there to help. And I can speak from experience as well with our guides that we use. They're phenomenal. They know the
mhm.
pronunciations, let me tell you, but they know everything. They're locals, and they're passionate about their homeland, and they want to share it. So the feedback always, I can boast now and say we've fantastic reviews on Trustpilot, and it always comes down to their local experience and the guides that you're dealing with. So they
Mhm.
are brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Mhm. I will also mention, because, like we said about the balance of this itinerary in this tour, this is, again, at the end of the day, guys, this is your tour members I'm speaking to. This is your tour. So you've paid the money. You've done you're, extracting the energy to do this. So it's your choice, unless we're traveling from point A to or point B on that day. Like if we're going from city 1 to 2 or Vietnam to Cambodia, you will have to stay with the group when we do those things. But if you're not particularly interested per se, or thriving to go do this one specific inclusion, it's not necessary. So I mean, I recommend doing every every inclusion that we've outlined for you, because Zet and Marianne took the time to cultivate this itinerary, and they've chosen these inclusions for a reason. So they are meant to squeeze all the juice you possibly can out of going to these two countries. However, like I said, this is your tour, and if you need a day to take advantage of the amazing accommodations that they took the time to choose for you, that is also a possibility as well. I mean, from what I'm looking at these pictures, all I keep thinking of is like, okay, I need like at least 2 bathing suits, because I'm going
Yes.
to be at the pool at every location. So if you're one of those pool hoppers, hotel hoppers like me, that'll definitely be on your radar. So I just wanted to make that certain to you guys, that you do have a certain extent of freedom, unless we're just traveling on those days. So I just thought that was worth mentioning as well.
And massages. I will say that as well.
yeah.
Mm.
If anyone likes to get a massage, oh my goodness. Vietnamese massages
Mhm.
are the best. So, and you'll even see them on the streets, in the streets where they're offering them, where you can get a massage, and they're for next to nothing compared to, again, what we pay in Canada. It's so affordable. We actually had a group,
Mhm.
and the reason why it's on my mind, we had a group in Vietnam last week, and they got a massage every place they went. They're going, we can't wait. And they were trying to squeeze them in, because literally they were so good. So I know
Oh, that's
myself,
awesome.
my nail tech is Vietnamese, and oh my goodness, when they do that massage on your hands and your feet and stuff like
Mhm.
that, it's incredible. So they have a talent, they really do. And I know, as I said, that group last week said the massages were the best and next to nothing
Mhm.
when you compare it to what we're paying.
Yeah.
So they're all part of the experience as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gwendolyn here has said massage. Yes. Which,
Yes,
like,
I know.
that's
I'm Gwendolyn, I'm with you on that one. Telling you.
honestly, honestly.
Mhm.
So Zet, now we'll wrap up fairly soon. I just have a quick question for you, Zet, because you've been
Yeah.
to Vietnam in particular. I know might have been some time ago, but even better, what is something like that sticks out in your mind when you think about your time there? Was there something you saw or something you did that just is like, oh, that reminds me of my Vietnam trip, or sticks out in your head?
Hmm. Yeah. Well, there's actually a lot of things that well
Mhm.
reminds me of
Oh, she got too excited.
Oh.
She's frozen.
So
is
I
the
There
overwhelmed
you go.
you.
it's really
You were
something
frozen there.
so,
You were
oh,
frozen.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I was just mentioning about the food. So the best thing that happened in my
Mhm.
Vietnam trip was the food. So that's why we intentionally left some meals, out of the package, is for you guys or for everyone to do some walking, outside of the hotel after the tour, explore the place, try the local food, the banh mi, the pho. all exceptional.
Mm,
You must definitely
mhm.
try those food. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Awesome,
it's
awesome.
gonna be a very, very fun experience for everyone, and I'm just very excited for you guys to be in
Mhm.
this tour.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This was such a good, like, sneak peek kind of run through, because, like you said, about the Instagram, there's so many Instagrammable moments that come
Yep.
through in this itinerary. And these pictures themselves, guys, like, they were absolutely beautiful. But like I mentioned with Raresh in our travel talk on the oh my gosh, Croatia and
Yeah.
Slovenia. It's like, imagine how beautiful, like, look at how beautiful these pictures are. And now knowing that it's going to be better in person. So
Oh,
it's like a
absolutely.
picture says 1,000 words, and it does look beautiful through this presentation. You guys have done an amazing job at painting this picture, but it's like you've painted such a beautiful picture. It's going to be even more gorgeous when you actually are in the picture, when you're there. So
I
it's like,
know.
just take that with a grain of salt. Just know that, there's so much more culture to be experienced. So that's why we wanted to have you guys on today, to give our members that little visual. So thank you so much for coming on. And Carol here has also said, thanks, ladies. Sounds like a fun, informative trip. So from Carol, from me, and from Marianne, thank you guys so much for being here and showing us this.
Thanks for having us. We've
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed,
Thank you so
no,
much.
really,
Our
really enjoyed
pleasure.
this. Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope lots of people want to go
Um,
to Vietnam and
Yep.
Cambodia. I know it's certainly on my bucket list.
mhm, definitely. Okay, so I think, and that's everything. Do you guys have any final comments, or are we all good? Anybody in the viewing audience? Gwendolyn says she's registered already, so
Oh,
that's
Ah.
so great to hear, Gwendolyn. I really hope you enjoyed the presentation, and that you're going to experience such an amazing adventure, such a great journey. So good luck to you. I hope that I can be the tour host, but we'll see. I'm going on a lot of tours, so fingers crossed. But if you guys have any final remarks, or if anybody has any questions, now is definitely the time. Um, but yeah,
just
I
thank you,
see
everyone, I
Gwendolyn says
suppose.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Our pleasure to
Mhm.
be here.
Now I'm
And
hungry and I
I,
want a massage. That's where I'm at.
yeah, yeah, me too. I'm gonna go get some pho, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna go to White Oaks over here and get my massage.
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't see any comments coming through. So I did leave the contact sheet up on the screen here. If people need to comment or contact us, Jennifer and Zet did let you know that they also, with GoWay, have a 24-hour customer service team for now and for if you're on the tour. So if you have
Yep.
questions for them, you can definitely reach out that way. But if you want to speak to somebody with WTC, you can do that as well. I'm always online on our Facebooks and Instagrams, so you can catch me there as well. And be sure to tune in next week. We're actually going to be doing a recap of a tour that just recently concluded, was our New Orleans tour, and they had such an amazing time. So I'm really excited to have our tour host on from that tour to talk to you guys about that. So without further ado, I guess that's the end of today. And again, thank you, Jennifer and Zet. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you, everyone. Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye. Bye bye.
Bye.